one time when I came home from one of my projects, and I just left my bags in the living room, and my son and one of his friends were playing around. This is when he was probably 8 or so. And his friend looked at the business card on the tag on my bag, and it said Dr. Ron Harris on it. He said, "I didn't know your dad was a doctor." And my son said, "Well, he's a doctor, but he's not the kind that helps anybody." And that was a wake-up call for me. I felt there was going to be something big happen in Indonesia any time now because of all of the indications we had received from historical accounts. There'd been almost 40 years of quiescence, and that just had to come to an end. And that 2004 event was the beginning of that end.
Very soon my mailbox started to fill up with emails from concerned members of the SEG wanting to know what can we as geophysicists, and in particular as members of the SEG, what could we do about this situation? And so being president, this fell into my lap. I wrote some president's pages urging people to give money, give their time, if they can. And in fact, I remember Schlumberger at the time gave people the opportunity to take personal leave to go and work as a volunteer in this situation. It took about 4 more years before we finally, evolved the concept that we have today. I wrote up about 2 paragraphs on this program. I took it to the CEO of Schlumberger at the time, who was Andrew Gould. He called me over to his office, 5 minutes, he says, "This is a great idea, let's do it." It was that simple.
I personally feel that such a program makes people proud about what they're doing. They see that when they apply their knowledge into not only, like science can be useful for social contribution, and how all these programs led into results that were significant to the community.
It's training the next generation that's so important.
My name is Paul Bowman. I live in Calgary. I'm the technical director of the Near Surface Geophysics Group at Advizian Worley-Parsons. So I'm a geophysicist. I'm a member of the Society of Exploration Geophysicists, and in 2015 I put together an application for a water exploration program in what was then the 2nd largest refugee camp in the world, the Kakuma refugee camp, and we carried out that program with GWB funding in January of 2016. There was actually a catastrophic flood, a flash flood in the camp that did heavy damage to the water system. And I could see there were problems both in the quantity of water reaching refugees and the quality of water. And I thought I could improve in that situation. In Kakuma, we were working with both refugees and the host community, Turkana, and you really get to know the people. You're working with them every day, all day, literally from sunrise to sunset, and even well into the evening, processing data. And you get to know them on a very, very personal and intimate basis. You're eating 3 meals a day with them, and you're seeing them learn and progress and increase their own resiliency and satisfaction in terms of what they're learning and how they can hopefully improve their lives. And those were the first wells ever drilled in Kakuma with fluoride well below drinking water standards. And it also set up just a whole different approach for the UN to carry on this type of exploration and find high-flowing, low fluoride wells. And then in Uganda, we also had tremendous success there. In a 2-week program, 10-day program, we repaired 10 water wells in 10 villages, 1 water well in a community health and family planning clinic, and 1 water well at a university. And then we also sited 7 water wells, which were then drilled by manual methods by the Ugandans that we trained during that program. And previous programs, I'd been to northern Uganda with Israel Aid. So 7 wells were drilled, and each of those 7 wells were good water producers and are still producing today. I've been a geophysicist now for for over 35 years, working professionally as a geophysicist. And no projects that I've ever done have ever attracted so much attention, especially from young people, as these GWB projects, both in Kakuma and Acholi land. It sends a very powerful message that makes young people want to do geophysics and take their craft and bring it out in the field and use it for purposes that speak to them and speak to other people.
When we talk also about the new generation of geoscientists and explorationists and so on, and how much does this particular program, the Geoscience Without Border, make an impact on them, attract them to join the industry for finding, oil and gas. Also, the oil companies, see this as a very, very positive part, and they want to contribute.
Happy anniversary to GWB, and here's to 10 more years and on beyond that.